Hey guys, welcome to my brand new podcast, Poddy Break. Today I have my dear, close, amazing, talented, amazing male talent and Brazzer stepbro, Elias Cash.
That's me. Hello.
Yes.
Hey. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm happy to have you here. You're
Yes.
one of my close friends. I wanted to make sure that I brought you on and introduced you and also gave you an opportunity to talk to your super fans because I'm sure there's a lot of them watching and stuff like that. Is there anything that you want them to know about you or, any special facts like that you feel like your super fans should just know about you?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all my fans. Love all of you. It's like I wouldn't have made it this far without all of like the support and love.
Mm-hmm.
About me, well, I feel like I play a lot of video games and play music.
Yeah.
And I love going to shows, catch me at festivals and shit.
Yeah, we do. We do a lot of video games and festivals together. Speaking of video games, when was the next video game tournament? I'm talking Smash Bros. I'm talking Mario Kart.
Dude, there's like tournaments happening every month. You just go online and like you can just sign up for that shit.
Dude, I keep forgetting. Was it like the first or second of every month?
For every first Wednesday of the month, like literally the bar down the street,
Uh-huh.
they have these Smash tournaments and like it's freaking insane. Everyone's just yelling and every time you lose a stock, you take a drink.
Dude, every time we bring this up, I'm like, we need to go do it. And every first of the month, it seems like, I don't know, what are we doing every first of the month?
Like what Wednesday was it this month?
What Wednesday was it? Like what?
The first.
Oh,
the first Wednesday
it was the first.
And what did we not do?
See, that's what it confuses me because I'm like, is it the first of the month or the first Wednesday of the month?
First Wednesday of the month.
Okay, yeah. First Wednesday of the month. I was probably working. What were you doing? Probably working too?
No.
No?
I was playing video games.
Playing video
I was
games?
playing
Yeah.
video games.
No, dude, we got to get back to it. I mean, or at least just like an at-home function, some blunts, some Denny's. Yeah, we love Denny in this house. It's our friend.
I thought you were talking about the restaurant, even though like worst
I was actually
restaurant
talking about our very close friend.
in this country, but
Yeah, beloved.
I mean,
the beloved
I mean
Denny's.
the $3 pancakes that come in clutch at like 2 a.m.
It's true. It's
like that,
true.
That shit is amazing.
How could I possibly forget?
But that's like the only thing on the menu that I'll ever taste. Off Denny's. Everything else, I'll shit bricks. Like,
no, yeah.
It's horrible.
I'm a fan of their smoothies personally. Oh.
No, don't even say that again.
I mean, don't say that again.
Horrible.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, y'all fuck with him. I try to bring good people. Y'all see what I do. I try my best. These are my close friends.
Because I'm anti-Denny smoothie?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you sold them. Thanks.
Hell yes.
If I had known that's all I needed to do, I would have walked in there when I first met you guys and said something about that. But there are some questions that I do want to ask you or interrogate you on.
What's up?
No, there are like, well, okay. You're the type of person that you can actually like talk about these things and like elaborate them really good. So I actually feel comfortable just like straight up asking you some of these questions.
Okay.
And one thing that I really want to ask you is what kind of influences you to accept or decline a scene? Like what are some factors that kind of make you excited for a scene or like make you not want to do a scene?
I always look at just like what's the relationship between like the both of the talents. Yeah. I really don't like any incentive that brings either of us not really enjoying the sex.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
Delete that.
It's just like when the character is taking away from like the intimacy or like the chemistry that you want to build with the other performer. Yeah. It makes it just not enjoyable, and it doesn't like the comedy doesn't even pass for it. It's just like as like a performer, it just makes you feel like really shitty after. Even like when that post-nut clarity hits, and you're just like, damn, did I just get paid to like act like that? So like those are like what I look at, like how is that gonna make me feel after the shoot? Yeah. If it doesn't make me feel good, then I'm just like not gonna do it. Like anything, anything that has to do with like you said, like it's just like really shitty.
Yeah, I shot for them and it was like honestly pretty hard for me because I was shooting with a male talent that I quite enjoy. And I was like, really? I just have to be like
Right.
the whole time. It was
Right.
terrible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what makes the scene really exciting is when the story or like the chemistry that you're building with the other performer is to really like engage and learn from each other, because like sex is a very intimate and vulnerable thing, and
Yeah.
it's just like important to just like feel that for each other and not take away from that.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. I feel like a lot of people feel like there's not a lot of intimacy in our industry and stuff like
There's
that.
not.
I mean, there is and there isn't. I feel like there can be quick intimacy. I don't know. I've had some.
That's why there's like some
crazily-
bomb ass shoots,
Yeah.
because like you really like have some sort of bond with like the person it's like a connection, you know,
Yeah.
and some people just don't really click together. It's
Mhm.
like some puzzle pieces just don't connect.
Yeah. I mean, I also feel like once you get more like used to being in the industry, I feel like it's like a lot easier to like fall into your role almost. Like I
Yeah.
found that like the more that I shot scenes, the easier I would have chemistry with people, and like I would pump out some passionate scenes with somebody I just met 5 minutes ago.
Exactly. Yeah. It's at first I had this like some different mindset where it's like I wouldn't connect with the other talent like at all.
Really?
Like, because I was like very nervous and shy and
Oh,
like
yeah, that's
introverted,
fair.
and I felt like anything that they could say or do would completely affect how I would want to like elicit my energy towards them,
Yeah.
especially like during the scene.
Yeah.
And it's like a really like weird mindset to do, and like it's just like good things to like encourage yourself
Yeah.
to really find that thing that you like about somebody else when you're
Yeah.
working with. So that's what makes it so fun.
No, yeah, I agree. How did you make that like transition from like going from that mindset to the other like mindset, and what made you want to also?
I feel like it was like sort of the risks I was taking like in my own what's the word, like my own comfort zone.
Yeah.
I was just like escaping it very much, and I was just figuring out all of the things that would make me feel so negatively,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to separate from that. I was just
Yeah.
like really reckless in the beginning, taking everything that I could and thinking that I could do everything,
Yeah.
but I found it to like all balanced in a very difficult way.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's how I just could distinct everything, and especially my girlfriend, who is also in the industry. Like she's helped me like differentiate all of the feelings that I should be feeling and considering when I have these intimate moments with other people, whether it's work or personal.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's all just very important.
Yeah. Well, oh, no, and you know what? That actually brings up another really good question. How do you
Yeah.
think that like the industry like affects like intimacy with like in personal life and relationships?
I feel like it's different for both performers and the audience that is
Yeah.
consuming it.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
It's very, very different for both of them because, well, for the performer side, like speaking, can you repeat the question?
Like, basically, how do you think intimacy affects?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As like a man, you just have to always find a way to sexualize something so that you can just like because in that workplace, it's sort of like you I don't know what I'm saying.
Take your time. Take your time. I mean, it's a lot, you know, a lot of big words and all that. But I mean, basically, I mean, me personally, ever since I got into this industry, personal intimacy has been hard because it's like I find myself like pumping and dumping friends and like talking stages like really quick, just because it's like it feels like it comes so easily. So it's like I feel like my intimacy has been affected a little bit by the industry. Like I feel like things have become a little bit less personal.
Oh yeah. I love that you put it that way because that's exactly how I was trying to portray it. It was like you just really need to focus what is love and what is lust. And it's really nice to indulge in both. But when you're having that with somebody else, like it's just very, very important to distinguish between the two.
Has it gotten easier over your career to kind of separate from that intimacy or the need for the intimacy?
Definitely a lot. Like being able to like explore that place of intimacy, like in a workplace, it's still like something that you're able to feel with somebody else. And a lot of people don't get those moments, like with like of course like outside of this industry. And I just feel like exploring that so much and receiving like the advice of how I should like perceive myself most importantly in that kind of industry it has like affected a lot, and how I just appreciate a lot more those moments that I have with someone else in my personal life,
Yeah.
and like just like indulging that and that lust in like the
Yeah.
workplace as well.
Speaking on that, what is it like kind of navigating? You said you're in a relationship
Uh-huh.
who's with someone in the industry. What's it like navigating that relationship, being in the industry, right?
Oh yeah,
And having
it's
this
Yeah.
competition.
yeah, it's really really easy to navigate. Like from the beginning of the relationship, you want to establish whether or not like you are an open person and love to have intimate relations with other people, but still consider the respectable like bond that you have with this other person. Like there are so many things that comes out of trust that you have for this person, but you still have a lot of like intimate trust with other people that you like to explore with as well. There's so many different chemistries that you can experience with other people, and even with your partner as well. Like group intimacy is very very
So
enjoyable.
there hasn't been much problems at all.
Not really, because as long as you communicate it from the start, and as soon as like and when something happens, you either include them or they don't. Just be so communicative about it, and you can like separate the feelings from the connection that you have with your partner.
I actually have a question in that too. So I'm like, as I'm working with Myra, I also work with Lumi Ray.
Uh-huh.
As I'm working with the both of them, I'm learning a little bit more and more about the industry, and I'm like looking up people's interviews, like when we do research on people. And I saw that like some couples, they do like, I'm not gonna do certain scenes
Mm-hmm.
because that's like just for me and the person that I'm seeing. Is that something that like you would be willing to do? Like, let's say you were in a relationship with someone else, and like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't want you to do X scene because
Uh-huh.
that's just for us. How do you feel about stuff like that?
Oh, there's like between me and my girlfriend, like we haven't really restricted either like each other. We've only really restricted ourselves from what makes us comfortable, but we actually like encourage each other to like, if you enjoy something, go and experience that. If it's not really my thing, like that's fine. I'll sit back and I'll enjoy you enjoying what you like to do. And I just feel like that's like really, really important to let your partner indulge into like what she enjoys or what he or she enjoys, and allow them to respect what you like to enjoy. Like, so like, I don't think there's ever been that situation where I've asked her like, hey, can you please don't do like these certain scenes? Cause there hasn't really been any of that. Like if she likes it, let her do it.
So it's
Yeah.
relatively open.
Very, very open. Yeah.
Mi mama y papa. Dude, I love you guys. Sorry, they're my favorite couple. So.
Oh.
But I mean, on that note, on like the note of like sets and all that, what is like a typical like ritual of you getting ready for set look like?
Well, I usually just like,
I know some of it.
Yeah.
Smoke a blizzy.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been a part of it. I've been a part of it.
Of
Hell yeah.
course. No, so yeah, I'm always stoned as hell.
Yeah, same.
As you just get there, I make sure I introduce myself to everyone on set.
Oh,
just
it's
like,
good.
just
Yeah, nobody has
say
said
hi.
that yet. Oh my god.
No, just make sure
Yeah.
everyone like let everyone know I'm here. Say hi,
Yeah.
introduce myself,
Mhm.
and ask how everyone's day is doing. Steal some of the snacks if they're provided.
I know,
of
right?
course.
Yeah.
Always grab like 3 water bottles.
Oh yeah.
And I piss probably 6 times before we start dialogue because of all
hydrated,
the
man.
water I drank, you know.
Hydrated man. Oh my god. He's
I'll have like
prepared.
6 pee breaks before we start filming. And
Damn.
yeah, and I'm probably just like sitting somewhere after paperwork's done because they usually take a while. The female takes a while to do makeup. So I'm just
Yeah.
like on my phone,
Yeah.
smoking more or something.
I know, yeah. I mean, for me, when I get ready for a shoot, I really like the only thing I do is like mentally prepare myself. Like I have to lay in bed for like a few good hours.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'll wake right up, just throw on my clothes, I'll give a nice like just wash my face.
Yeah.
And go straight to work.
No, I'll shoot up. I just have to have time to myself.
Yeah.
Like I have to have like that moment of like scrolling and like watching TV with my bong with my cats. Like I just need that like just that like 2-3 hour window of being able to do that before like having to like leave. But I mean, you know, it's
That's really good. I try to avoid anything like that. Like I won't really like scroll through any social media. I won't put on anything on the TV. I don't really want to watch something that'll like linger into my mind that'll affect me for the scene.
Oh, that's really smart. Yeah, keeping a clear head because like I mean you're
really
like a really
important.
good male talent.
It's
You know?
really important.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say I was like really surprised by what you said about like how you used to handle it in the past because I mean like You're one of the most emotionally mature and like kindest people I know. It's like so hard to
thank
imagine
you.
you like that. I'm like, what? This is like an
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a version of you that I can't even imagine. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, just from like listening to you talk right now, you seem so um, like emotionally like mature.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And like, was that something that you had like coming into this industry, or did you have like a mentor kind of like guide you, like, hey, if you're gonna be male talent, this is how you should act, or did you just come in like again mentally mature and you knew how to treat people?
I feel like going into this industry, I had a sort of like maturity and discipline that I learned from the friend group I used to hang out with.
Well, that's good. I mean, a lot of these guys do not have that.
At the very when I did first start though, I was a very very big reckless boy and loved mosh pitting and doing all that fuck shit. So I was a I've made a lot of goofy decisions like, and that just brought me to where I am.
Yeah,
It's
same.
it's been a wild ass ride, but through all of it and the amazing people I met, and just like observe how people affect each other, it's just like important to just stay positive.
Yeah, I mean, watching how everybody like affects each other in this industry kind of makes it easier to be the way that we are, which is like easygoing and agreeable and quiet.
I love
on
it too
set.
because like in this industry, at least every performer, most importantly, has that sort of like self-acceptance that they don't really care about what the world will think of them,
That's
even though like
true.
this whole job is considered something like
Taboo.
so horrible, you know. And I really like the sense of pride that each performer has.
That's
Like,
true.
some of those people like take it to like an ego, or it really makes something good out of that and respect themselves.
Yeah.
Like I just like, it's really really important that we all have that confidence, because it's like the first step to just really being comfortable in such a social life. And it's
definitely like a really raw type of confidence, because it's like I'm too proud to not be my own boss, but at the same time I also don't care what anybody thinks. It's like you're too proud, but at the same time you don't care what anybody thinks. I don't know, it's definitely a really raw type of confidence. Like so many people, like when I started doing my thing in the industry, they're like, well, the ones who didn't like absolutely hate me, they're like, wow, I can't believe you have the confidence for that. I'm like, I mean, I just don't care what y'all think. How if I don't know y'all are watching, what is it gonna do for me? So yeah,
period. No,
that's
period.
That's how it was for me though.
No, that's good.
Yeah. And I mean, while we're talking about like girls in the industry and people hating on them, do you notice a difference between how male and female performers are perceived or treated or anything? I feel like you're a good person to ask.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, what was the question?
Do you notice a difference in the way that like male versus female performers are treated within the industry or perceived?
Most definitely. Yeah. There's a huge difference. And I really do see how like the male talents are treated. And how it affects like both males and females as performers. Like I feel like there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
For guys, I just feel like it's so much more like accepted, and like it's more like supported and cheered on. And for women, it's very chastised.
Yeah.
And it's just like a really like difficult difference to see because of how it's treated,
Yeah.
And like a lot of it could stem from like religious reasons, or it could stem from like personal reasons, or how like you're raised as a kid. But it's just like the whole cultural thing. I don't know. Like, but there's a huge difference, and it sucks.
Yeah.
And
building off that a little bit, you were saying how it's easier for women and or harder for men, right? Or harder for women, easier for women. What on the other end of that, what kind of struggles do you think males have in the industry?
I feel like the struggles for the struggle. I definitely had a big struggle on communicating with people, like without mentioning I'm in the industry, because I really don't like mentioning it. I think for men, it does really affect the way that they communicate and portray themselves as a person to people who aren't in the industry. Because I feel like it's really, really, really easy for men to communicate and really be themselves in an industry environment. But when they're out there in the world, they're not really anybody. Like it's that's how it feels for a lot of men. Because it's like, I feel like the only sense of acknowledgement and praise that a man who is in the industry would get is because he's in the industry. Like, outside of that, like
That's
who really
true.
is he as a person?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's just a lot of people outlook, and there's just I think
Dang.
that's.
I mean, that's a lot, though. I mean, I've never really thought about that, like, at all.
That's
It's like the one...
from what I've seen, and like what a lot of other men have expressed to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not counting for like all men.
Right.
This is just like a significant amount that I've seen that have been affected in that
Enough
way.
to speak to it, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
That's pretty
much.
crazy. Like, I never really thought about, like, men wanting to quit the industry. And
Not
like,
wanting to quit.
Well, but like, if they did hypothetically want to, like, who are you outside of this? Finding your identity outside of this. It's like, I mean, because that's something that I've always struggled with. Like, who am I outside of this? Like, I don't know, somebody. Like, but I mean, yeah, I never really thought about men struggling with that too. That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's a double-edged sword. None of us like to not be involved with the industry. We love this place too much. Don't
Love it when
kick
you
us
and you
out.
can't get out.
Yeah, no, please.
So
You're gonna see
you
me on the
guys
screen.
both kind of feel like outsiders in when it comes to outside of the industry?
Oh no, we're basically talking about like if you ever were to hypothetically quit, like who are you outside of porn? What's your identity outside of this industry? Because like this industry consumes you. It really does. I don't know how to explain it, but it takes over your personality. Like it changes who you are. Like 90% of the jokes that I make now are not jokes that I would have made a year ago or two, like at all. And things that I find funny now wouldn't have been funny a year ago. Like it does really change you.
Yeah. Probably a lot of the scenes that I'd done, I would never like had done at all.
Exactly.
If I, like, recognize how it all. Yeah,
you try a lot of things, you find out you like them, like just so I mean it's
really interesting that every single experience that who have made you who are today, it's all recorded for everyone to see, and it's like your like most vulnerable like state, and it's just like it's crazy. It's crazy.
We are so documented. Like all of our firsts are on camera. Like, do you know how crazy? Like people's first steps are on camera. Our first freaking anal DP is on freaking camera. Like, what is that? Like, but it's very intimate, and it's like a fast track way to like grow and become like wise and like understand yourself and know yourself. Because I feel like I knew I didn't know myself before I got in the industry, but I thought I was kind of close. Like, oh my God, now I think I might finally have a grasp on it, because I don't know. It's just like if you don't try a whole bunch of things sexually, for some reason, it feels like you don't know yourself. It's really weird. But
most fucking definitely.
I think that makes total sense
Yeah.
even for non-people in that business.
Yeah.
Like it's such an important part of
Yeah. For some reason, I never knew that sex could be so weirdly important to like the rest of your brain. But
sex is a language, dude. It's literally a language that
Yeah.
you just it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And I'm getting a lot of experience.
Me both.
But yeah.
Okay, so like speaking on like working in the industry, I feel like you guys get to play so many like silly, fun characters.
That we do.
Acting like, what are some of your favorites?
Yes, sir.
Like, what do you enjoy the most? Like when you get a script in your hand, like, oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy doing this.
Oh my God. Oh.
I have a few
Do
stories.
you want to go first?
I mean, I'll tell a quick one, then I want you to go.
Okay, bet.
There was this one scene that me and Eli were booked for. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The freaking Power Ranger scene. I
was literally gonna say that one. That was the best scene of all last year. I wish you were there, dude. I wish you was there.
I wish I was there too.
I was the Black Ranger.
I could have been the pink one. Oh my God.
Which Ranger were you then? If you want the pink one.
I think I was gonna be the pink one.
She was supposed to be Pink Ranger.
Oh,
I really
it
was.
didn't happen? I thought it.
I was booked, and then I got sick, and then I had to cancel. And
I thought you were like the Yellow Ranger or something.
no, dude, I was the pink. I was the pink one. I was the Pink Ranger. Like that was supposed to be me in the video.
I'm so sad you missed out, because it was literally like the funnest scene ever.
Fuck you.
It was fucking awesome.
It didn't
So
sound that
fun.
fun. Like it sounded like maybe it was boring.
It sounded a little mid. Like who were the talented?
You wouldn't know because you weren't there, huh?
Who are the girls?
Bianca Bangs.
Fuck!
Love that woman. Lainey Gray.
Oh man.
And
Who replaced me?
Huh?
Did Bianca replace me or no?
No
Yeah,
one
I
can
got-
replace you. There was no clean break.
That's right. That's right. But if Bianca replaced me, then I'm not too sad because Bianca, like, she bestie boo. So I would have been sad if I missed like another scene with her. I would have met her like a little bit sooner had I
Aw.
done that. Yeah.
it was really, really fun. It was so awesome. We even had the makeup artist who wore a giant inflatable dinosaur.
Oh,
And
what?
they all had their dildos and they were like
Oh
smacking
my
her with it.
God, This sounds
Where's
like
the Black Power Ranger? Yeah.
This
I was like
is-
That
sleeping.
poor makeup artist just wanted to do makeup.
Aw. They weren't having fun.
Oh no, it was so fun.
No,
No, I was gonna say. But no, I'm actually very sad that I missed that. Yeah. I mean, any other cool characters that you've ever played, or just the Power Ranger?
The Power Ranger one was so fun.
What about your browser scenes? Haven't you done like a few like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a few. Those were so cool, and I got to meet really, really cool performers like Mick Blue. He was. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say. Speaking of what's it called? Really good scenes and stuff like that. Is there anything coming out that you want to talk about, or anything like that, or any performers that you want to work with?
Oh,
Any performers that you really, really want to work with and put it out into the universe?
Oh.
Yeah. Or companies.
Ah.
So much pressure.
So
Are you
much
feeling
pressure.
it now, Mr. Krabs?
Oh my God. Duh. Well, companies don't really book me and my girlfriend Ari Valencia much,
they so
so
should.
would
They
love to work with her on any of them.
A freaky couple, y'all should do it.
Another big crush, Violet Myers, also a great friend
Solid.
of mine. Love you. And yeah, that would be awesome.
All right. Well, you put them out into the universe. Maybe it'll happen.
A
Oh,
really
oh, oh,
a really cool scene that just came out that I'm really, really proud of. Me and Crystal Rush. We shot it a while ago for Porn Pros.
Oh.
That one was absolutely crazy. We were literally like playing Twister like
Nice.
20 30 times ahead, like faster.
Interesting. I love Porn Pros. You got both of them in Vegas?
Yes.
Who was
yes.
the director?
Leo.
Oh.
Who are you thinking of?
I always work with Fat Matt.
Oh, I've never
Yeah.
met Fat Man.
Oh, dude, he's the best, bro. He's the freaking best.
Leo's really cool.
He's cool, but I mean, me and Matt, like, he picks me up from the airport. We stop by Jack in the Box. We go to set. We order in.
Let me stop you right there.
Oh.
Boring after you said Jack in the Box. So uninterested. You can stop
The
right
point is that the point is that he feeds me at least 4 times a day, at least.
I mean, we might have to replace you with Elias. I think he kind of knows.
Oh,
tell a
dang
good
it!
story.
No, I'm literally crashing and burning right now, y'all. Fuck! Somebody save me.
You
Well,
already know
you
me.
know what? Actually, speaking of exciting scenes,
Okay.
we actually prepped a scene for the both of
Oh my
you
God.
that might be your new favorite.
What?
We'll
If
see.
you guys want to like reach to the side of you, we wanted to see your acting chops,
I will always.
and we hit a script for the both of you.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
I gotta lock in.
all right.
Lock in, boys.
We're gonna have Anthony set it up for you guys,
Okay.
and then we're gonna put you on the spot and see, what you guys have.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
All right, so the title is Supersized Sausage Surprise.
Oh, fuck, that's
That's a good
hot.
tongue twister.
Sausage.
That was my nickname in high school.
Sausage.
Sausage surprise?
Okay.
Interior, Myra's apartment, living room, night. Myra, a lively 21-year-old with a sharp wit, is sprawled on her couch, her stomach growling. She grabs her phone with a mischievous twinkle in her eye.
Time to spice up this evening with a little culinary dare.
Cut to Elias, a pizza delivery guy with a nervous demeanor and a heart of gold, navigating his delivery scooter. Interior, pizza parlor, night, intercom.
Wait.
Wait.
He's missing
Wait.
a page.
I was missing a page. I'm
I
so
was
sorry.
trying to pass you the right one, but then I had the same one. I was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
Right after interior, pizza parlor, night.
Okay.
It's highlighted. For you.
Tony's towering pizzas. This is Elias. How am I elevate your meal tonight?
It's hot. Elevator meal. Hi, Elias. I'm craving something bold. Think you can handle a pizza with the largest sausage you've got on hand? Make it memorable.
Absolutely. One unforgettable large sausage pizza coming up. We aim to please.
Ooh, that's okay. That actually turned me on a little bit. I'm not lying.
Interior, Myra's apartment. The doorbell rings. Myra opens the door to find Elias holding a pizza box nervously.
Your special pizza, ma'am. I made sure it's got our largest sausage. Hope it meets your expectations.
Myra opens the box to reveal a pizza with a surprisingly oversized sausage topping. Her eyes light up with amusement.
Elias, I must admit, I've never seen such a robust sausage on a pizza. How did you even get it to fit?
Well, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I managed. I'm just relieved it satisfies your appetite.
No, that's actually doing it for me, unfortunately.
Fuck up, okay?
I'm ashamed, but it's doing it for me. Oh, it does more than that. It's a masterpiece. This pizza is definitely gonna make my night.
I'm so glad to hear that. We strive nothing less than culinary excellence, even if it means pushing the boundaries.
It's working, dude. Well, consider those boundaries shattered. And for going above and beyond, I have a special tip for you.
Oh, wow, thank you. I didn't expect this. Maybe I should deliver here more often.
Absolutely. And
Wait a
next
minute.
time, who knows? Maybe I'll just call you directly next time I get a craving.
I'll be ready whatever culinary adventure you throw my way.
Myra waves as Elias departs, both of them looking forward to the next whimsical pizza exchange. Fade out.
Where are my
Good job.
pants? Where's my pants?
Oh, where'd my dick go?
Where my dick at?
I mean, what do you think? Is that like your new favorite scene? Or how does it rank amongst all your other stuff?
It's number one. We did it, boy. No, I'm just playing.
Bro, we gotta get this to Crawford ASAP.
We
Well,
gotta
it's
get this to
working for
Mr.
her.
X,
Yeah.
dude. It was no, I'm not gonna lie. When you looked at me and said it like that, for some reason it actually did it. I wasn't lying.
I
It
had
did
to
it
do
for
that.
me. It was like that. I think it was like
Hey,
the.
you kind of killed it.
It was giving
Oh,
like
thank you.
it's not delivery, it's the DiGiorno's, and I was like, oh yeah, deliver me that pizza.
This is amazing. I love it.
Wait, so is this AI or who is it?
That one is ChatGPT.
Okay, I was about to say it had to be because what was it? Make it memorable. That shit threw me off.
This is way better than what like most of the companies are throwing at us.
You
bro.
think?
Like, this is freaking awesome.
I mean, no, dude, you should. I'll have to tell you more about
this
it
is
later. but-
art, bro. This is gonna get an Oscar.
Art? You think so? That's
Oh,
how
hell
I
yeah.
felt the first time I saw one.
Dude, I already
Yeah.
see a nomination on this one.
Do you? Okay, I have an idea.
They're already writing the shit on the trophy. Watch. Like,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Look, dude, maybe we should generate a freaking script for us and just like do it for our own content. Post it on the pub, you know?
I would love
I like
to.
that idea.
That'd be
I
fucking
think we
awesome.
should. Well, because the thing is, I think it's important to start like doing our own content or something like that because these companies, oh, they make so much money off of us. Now, they do put us with good talents and stuff like that, so they got us there.
Well, you already got to meet that. You guys are the good talent. So what have they got at that point?
It's true, but there's a lot of great male talent that I have not had the pleasure of working with.
It's all good.
No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it big, but there's a lot of great talent that I haven't worked with. We've done it big a million times, right? I don't know, like
Like I
a
said,
bunch
I
of
tried.
times.
Oh yeah.
Sure, we can do it big tonight. But no, there's a lot of male talents that I really want to work with and stuff like that. The other day I did a scene for I kept mixing it up because there's so many like angels, but I think it was Elegant Angel. I did a scene for Elegant Angel yesterday.
I'm jealous.
I was like, I don't know how to explain this. I didn't know that website existed. I'm jealous for the time that I didn't know that it existed. Like, I'm mad that I haven't shot for them sooner. Yeah.
That's really awesome that you did, dude. I'm like so freaking proud of all of the growth that you did in such like a short time in this
Stop.
industry. You've made like such an awesome spot exactly where you're at,
I'm
and you're only going
trying.
up from here,
Just
bro.
take the
Thank you.
compliment.
No, it's like shit. Like you're doing fucking amazing.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
I've been, running my little feet, trying to get 15 scenes a month,
That's fucking great,
Dude, Max told me, he said, you work more than me. I was like, what? How is that
Me?
possible? No, Max. I
Oh,
was like, what? I work more
Oh.
than you? I thought it's impossible for a girl to work more than a guy.
no, that's very common.
Oh.
Guys are not as booked up as
They-
you think.
Really?
No,
They
yeah.
don't, dude. They always tell me like, well, okay, I do talk to like Nick a lot, so it's like he.
Oh,
you
a
know,
guy, he works pretty good.
I feel like
yeah.
he maybe he just assumes every other guy works like that because he always like is like, dang, you work so much, And I'm like, oh fuck, is this bad for my health? Like, I've been thinking to myself like, damn, I'm crazy. I'm out here. doing it.
Some people got schedules, dude. Some people got like really good like
Yeah.
work lined up, but most people it gets pretty slow
Yeah.
sometimes around the year.
From my understanding, too, the directors play a lot of favorites with the male talent. So it's like there's
Oh,
some
yeah.
male talent that just constantly book while everyone
yeah.
else is like kind of struggling, like, hey, I need a scene here.
Yeah, and we're getting like really, really oversaturated with a lot of new performers
We
going
are.
in. So many new performers, and like companies can only book so much in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where the industry is getting selective with who they bring in to the point where it's like you have to be good looking, a good solid talent, and just check all those boxes pretty much, be easy to work with.
Well,
Like,
there's like so many new girls, but directors are not wanting to shoot new guys because it's really
That's
hard to
true.
find a really good guy.
that's true.
No
though.
director wants to waste time with a guy that just can't perform because it all leads up on him.
Yeah.
What do you think, like, talent has to do to really stand out? If like competitive, it's that competitive. Like, what would you suggest? Like, okay, if you want to get booked more, this is what you got to do.
I just wish like it wasn't really treated as a competition. A lot
Yeah,
of performers really treat it like
They
that.
do.
Yeah.
But like
I'm
to
guilty
really,
of it.
really stand out and grow as a performer, I feel like just self-promoting, self-booking, like really most important thing is just like get incorporated and just like and like have connections, network with people at like certain events and stuff.
Become
to-
friends with directors.
You become friends with directors. Just know all the people at the top, and because that's all they really look out for.
Yeah.
You know, it's like no director wants to be bothered every single day with a text like, "Hey, can you book me?"
Yeah. Or,
It's
hey,
just
these
like
are my dates this month. Like,
it's really like having those connections and having that self promotion and that consistency like with your brand to really grow as a performer, because a lot of companies now just really want whoever's popular.
yeah, that's true.
And,
Whoever,
yeah.
because it's to them, followers translates.
They got
to,
numbers, like they're definitely on set.
yeah, that means they must sell really good if they have a lot of followers, and that's not always the case because if you look at that engagement, so
Yeah, the thing is, directors don't know how to tell fake followers, and whereas like I think most talent and then producers, it's so easy to tell
Yeah.
like who has a fake account.
Yeah.
Mhm.
they're getting better. I will say.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of directors these days saying, "No, I check the engagement now. I check the
Yeah.
engagement now." I hear a lot of them saying that.
What
I mean, do they? Who knows? But
I come from the comedy world, and one of the biggest complaints talent has is just having to deal with social media
Mm.
because they didn't become a comedian to make silly Instagram posts. Like, how do you guys feel about like that? The fact that social media is so important now, like even in your guys' industry. Like, what's your thought on that?
You want to go first?
Me personally, I really, really don't like engaging a lot of social media. Like I
I know.
rarely post. I
I know.
rarely like really present myself out there. Like my Twitter is just all of like where I retweet all of like my scenes, my trailers, and whatever like shenanigans I have on set. But like I don't really like go out of my way to make like a whole picture of myself for everybody to see. A lot of that is a really like good factor to take control over if you want to grow and have that attention to like really like grow your career into an industry
Mhm.
like this.
Yeah.
It's just like I feel like just people really, really just need to like respect themselves. Very, very most importantly, and like don't be somebody that you're not.
Yeah.
Because like no audience ever wants to find out like you're a completely different person like from who you really are.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just like so important.
Yeah. I mean, when you're using social media, it does become more of a persona in that sense where you can't like let
Right.
it slip. And yeah, I mean, social media can be a bit of a struggle. It's like a double-edged sword. Like it's really nice that I've heard like so many older milfs, like 20-year-old perform, like people who've been in the business for like 20 years, talking about like, you know, back in the day, we weren't able to do it like this. Like, they enjoy the social media, but at the same time, like, I hear from like the director's side of it, and it's like, well, back in the day, we could make, you know, thousands of dollars off of, you know, a few copies of a few DVDs. Nowadays, it's like, you know, you produce one scene and it's barely anything. So it's like there was more money in it back then before it was so oversaturated with social media, and we had more privacy, and it was worth more. What we did was
Yeah.
worth more.
Yeah.
Rates haven't really changed that much since the 2000s and the 90s. Like, maybe a little bit, and especially depending on who you are, but yeah.
But they're only going lower now.
That's
like they're only to start going lower. And with this whole like AI thing coming up,
no.
it's gonna make me go insane.
I mean, I think like it's like with the AI thing, a lot of people are worried that they'll lose their jobs. But one thing about like this content is that it's very specific, and people need very specific things to get off. And like, if you need something very specific to get off, it's not always gonna work that it's some like animatronic, fake, pixelated.
Well,
it will work for some people.
Well, we also don't have like the power to show like how much is being pushed onto the consumer, and how much is advertised, and how much is like we can only do so much as performers, because it's at the end of the day, it's the people on top who push like
also deep fakes too. Like, that's a big issue. It's like even if they don't get us with the AI porn and the like and the, you know, like hentai type shit, if they don't get us with that, they'll get us with the deep fakes. You know?
Yeah, like it's like our work is always going to be there, and it's always going to be like a huge part of like what everything is, but and it's definitely going to like fracture a part of that, like for sure.
Well, also we could, I mean, you know, I don't even know if I want to touch on it actually. I was gonna like say some shit, but like I don't want to give anybody any ideas.
All
Fuck
good.
that.
We can use that as a good way to segue to something else.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it. I love a segue.
Off camera, while we were waiting for you to show up, we were just chatting, and Anthony was like bringing up like this issue he's having in his relationship, and just from like hearing you talk about how emotionally mature you are, it's like really wild. It's been a while since I've seen someone like that with high of emotional intelligence in a while. So I think maybe you might be a good person to kind of like help him get out of the situation he's in with the girl he's seen.
Okay.
I think you kind of want to explain.
I've been seeing this girl for a little bit, and it's kind of dumb. She had a family event, right? And I just didn't go. I mean, I should have gone. She wanted me to go. I didn't realize how important it was, but it was. And so I said I'm sorry, all this stuff, and a week or two went by, and I feel like the vibe has been kind of like, you know what I mean? No, it doesn't say anything. We're cool, but like it's just like, you know, I feel like, so I kind of feel like I want to do something kind of for her, but I'm like the worst at like kind of grand gestures, if you know what I mean. So my question is for both of you, or you or anybody, do you have any advice for me? Like what could I do to kind of
like, what's something romantic that he could do?
Yeah, I'm like the worst.
So like kind of like, hey, I am really sorry, you know. He's kind of out. You got it.
Have you ever done like a grand gesture, like kind of relationship thing?
Yeah, I feel like just like have an idea of where her happy place is, like whether she really really likes the beach or maybe like a hike somewhere. Just like do something outside where it's just the both of you, and that does not involve at all like bringing up like your phone or looking at something else. And to just like enjoy the environment around you that you guys can just like share with each other. I feel like that's just in a setting where she feels like the most happy.
Yeah, that's interesting because we play a lot of video games together. Like we don't really go outside too much.
Oh, okay.
And so that is interesting. I feel like that actually is decent advice. You know, go outside, take a hike, don't take your phones. I feel like it might work.
What do you think, Myra? Do you have something different, or from like a woman's perspective?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Are flowers good enough anymore for this kind of thing?
Depends what type. If you get that cheap little store bought with the plastic, you better get the cardboard around it and the newspapers and the good. But hold up. Getting off topic. Wait.
Okay.
As a woman, if this was me, if I was like throwing off weird energy for like how long you said 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Dang, girl. You should have fixed this a while ago. TikTok, man.
Well,
first of
did
all.
she communicate to you?
waiting for him to come on.
Did she communicate?
Wait, next time.
So did she? Because she got upset with you because you missed the event. That did she communicate with you how important it was to her?
She kind of did, but it was like I wasn't paying attention at the time. It's like, you know what I'm talking about?
Like he messed up.
I definitely messed
okay,
up.
okay.
Like you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Kind of like a little bit
She
of a
communicated it, but like not harshly, so he
Right,
just kind of
right.
brushed it off.
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, personally, as a woman, my advice to you is.
Just fixed it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, my advice to you is to buy a time machine. That's my advice to you, bitch. Like.
Yeah. Never take too long again.
Yeah. No, that's definitely one of the mistakes.
But seriously though, I would actually confront the elephant in the room. Like the longer you don't confront something, the angrier she will
That's
always
facts.
get.
That's
also,
facts.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, also in my head, I don't want to believe that. It's like that's why. But
it's best to just confront it head on and be like, hey, look, I know you're giving me weird energy. Like, I don't know if it's this, if it's not this.
Yeah.
Like, tell me, you know.
That
And
makes
then,
sense.
but at the same time, I think his idea is really good. Like, confront it maybe while you're out, you know, or playing video game, or I don't know, just in a happy space. Or
add the two ideas.
Yeah, add the two.
The worst time to bring it up is when you guys already have some tension going on in the moment.
Yeah,
Because it'll just
don't
tumble everything over.
Yeah,
Find that
don't
right
wait.
place and time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also, my advice is solid too. Get a time machine. You know?
Well, Elias is the guest. He gets the spotlight.
Sorry.
It's out here.
I appreciate your advice. So much.
We love
you know, I
Everyone
tried.
give Myra and
Oh my God! Stop.
Yeah, but we need a standing ovation, bro.
Oh, right now. I mean, I won't complain.
Yeah, that was solid advice.
Nice.
Okay, so
Glad we can help.
I want to say, before we completely wind down the show, we did have some fan questions for the both of you.
Let's go.
And there's actually one very specifically for you.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is from Kevin Midas 7. When do we see you and Elias Cash in kind of we're talking about
We actually briefly touched on this.
Honestly, yeah, because like a lot of scenes are very, very like strange scenarios.
Yes.
But I feel like if the director would let us like move it a bit, we'd make a fucking fire ass scene.
We would.
Yeah,
I mean,
without the weirdness, without like the that'd be
it's
so
Alan,
fucking cool.
So you have you worked for Alan?
Oh yes, of course.
Alan would let it. He'd give us some stretch room.
Oh hell, you probably use all the medieval shit in that warehouse and just like add all of that to it.
Hell yes, dude.
Like,
I mean, he said he wanted me back, bro. Let's make it happen. Dude, that's crazy. We should definitely do it.
That would be so cool. Yes, of course.
Yeah, we're down.
Okay. And what is your dream in this industry? Like, if you had like, what's the end goal like for you?
Ideal end goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Retirement goals.
Or are you? Are
401k.
you in the dream right now?
No,
Like, is this it?
no, this is not.
Damn, harsh.
This is a.
So he's killing it. Right
This is, I mean, I'm very, very, very proud and grateful for where I am right now.
you should
But
be.
there's definitely like huge aspirations that I have for myself, like owning my own studio and like making my own films one day.
Right. Oh,
And like I
yeah.
just want to have like the capabilities of making those films like in just different places in the world, and just that would be so cool.
Yeah. Bro has a beautiful mind. He's gonna create art, art. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you definitely will.
Thank you so much.
And then you should be very proud of yourself. You were nominated for Best New Male Talent this year, right?
Newcomer.
Best Newcomer, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's tough for me, you know.
Appreciate
if I could have
that.
picked, I would have made sure you, Max, and Nick all won.
where can we find you? What are your like social medias?
Oh, my Twitter is xxmrcash. That's me.
Slay.
I think that's the like only.
You don't want to plug in your OnlyFans?
You can
Oh, I don't use
you know
OnlyFans
what?
anymore.
Sorry.
Oh, well, I mean, I'll like announce this right now. So like I don't really like personally have my own OnlyFans, but
I remember.
I would love to be like a part of other people's films and projects and stuff. Like,
Yes.
yeah, so like I'm totally open to collabing with anybody that
Would
wants
you
to.
like
Good
to
to make that
maybe,
clear.
like, talk about why you made that decision, or is that not something that you're ready to talk about?
Oh, I don't really mind. Like so like I kind of stopped I didn't really like the idea of like like soliciting myself or manipulating other people just out of like a financial gain. I joined this industry because I love the art and the intimacy expressed in like a film and like a project that we're all just creating something together. And it's like it's entertainment.
Yeah.
And OnlyFans to me, this is like just like me personally. When I do it, I just feel like I'm making some sort of like thirst trap just to get other people to like sexualize me and to just like give me something that I don't feel like I deserve from them. Cause like that's your money. I don't want to like, that's just like how I feel about it. But I totally support and love the people that and the content that other people are making on OnlyFans. Like there are like super cool like films that people create, and I would love to be a part of that. But for me personally, I didn't really want to like commit to the consistency and like the job, because OnlyFans is literally a whole job.
It is.
And
It
like
is. Marketing, all that shit.
it's a whole lot of thing, and I didn't really like want to take that responsibility.
Yeah.
And I just like love the more of like the mainstream side of it.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right, and it,
exactly,
not
it just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I hear
pretty
you.
much.
Okay, yeah. No, it's fair. I mean, even as somebody who does create content on OnlyFans, I also completely understand your side of it, because I don't like asking people for money. It feels too easy. But hey, can't afford to let it go.
Yeah. But hey, like everyone who's doing it, they're fucking killing it. Like I support it so much.
Sly.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for telling us that. I appreciate it.
Of course, yeah.
Should I plug myself in?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And you can find me onlyfans.com/Myra Moans, and all my social medias are at Myra Moans.
Subscribe. Hit the bell
Thank you
button.
so much for joining us.
Yeah,
today.
thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. Oh.